if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Open my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. But my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. December, over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. I don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Over my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. I don't know if I can remember. broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all them out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? Oh, I'ma cry, oh why? I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart, can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. Oh, I'ma cry or why. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone, God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now, hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away. Oh, I'ma cry away.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday, but this is Sold Out, and I'm gonna let my homie go ahead and properly introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? It's Dev Dunks, man. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I don't know if anybody went for those, the Terror Squads dropped this morning, right?
Correct.
So for anybody that did go for those, good luck congratulations if you got them. And in my opinion, I don't really think you missed out on much if you didn't get them. So, is what it is with those. I'm sure, like as Polo always says, with a little footwork, you'll be able to grab them no problem. Probably for no more than a couple bucks for what they came out for. But yeah, besides that, man, doing good, man. Hope everybody else is doing well.
Most definitely, man. We're going to see who we got in the chat in a minute, but just go ahead and just introduce tonight's topic, man. For the most part, we are going to talk about the Terror Squads. Did they wait a little too late to drop these to get the attention? Because, I mean, the nostalgia things of it, people were excited about it, but, I do got a poll, and I'm kind of looking at the numbers. I'm going to share my screen in a second. Looks like, even when we had the meeting last night with the good fellas, y'all kind of talked me. Well, actually, I kind of talked myself out of it, and y'all pretty much like y'all, whatever I was saying, y'all just doubled down and made it worse. And then, of course, we're going to talk Yeezys, Nike Yeezys. That is, a sample actually is losing a value that was once worth going for like over, I want to say, millions of dollars, and now it's down in the low 100,000s, which is, in my opinion, still a lot of money. So we're going to touch on that tonight. And then we're going to close things out with these J Balvins that are coming up next Saturday or set to drop, man. Low key, a lot of people was hating on them at first, but now that the actual image is out there, now that it's loaded up on the sneakers app, and as we get to the nitty gritty, you see that people start to hit that slow little twitch up. I can admit myself could probably be added on that list because in my defense, I did say I was on the fence the entire time, but at one point I hopped on there, now I'm back on it and may go over to the other side. Gotta still just kind of dissect it to say, like, arguably, really considering what's been dropping this year, don't seem like we've had. This is actually something that's completely different and something that's like that we actually can, say that everything else has been kind of slightly boring with the exception of dunks. I'm talking just Jordans right now.
Can you really say? Can we say that? Is it too early to say that this could be sneaker of the year?
Usually, to be 100, this is about around the time we have set in stone. If you go back, usually around all the like sneaker of the years, most likely are dropped anywhere from, like, I would say June-ish, late June to like September-ish. So this is about around that time frame where we pretty much start circleized, unless we get a nice, good little shock drop of something that we really wasn't anticipating. This is gonna make, arguably, in my opinion, the top 5, if you ask me. Just considering what's all come out this year, so it is a little bit early, but at the same time, what do we really have left? We got what? October, November,
December. That's it. 3 months.
Yeah, exactly, 3 months. So it's actually right around that time. We ain't, this year has, it felt like it's flown by. It has. Let me touch the chat real quick, see what we got in the building, and then we're just going to dive right in. I think we're going to start on the Terror Squad things and then move right into the Yeezy sample situation. So we got Emery Black in the building says, I'll pick those Terror Squads up today as it is a collective item. Okay, so that's what's up. Congratulations. Kwame in the building says, Terror Squad sold out on sneakers still. I thought they sit. Yeah. I saw that. I didn't think they would sit. I knew they would sell out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I still, even though I told you guys I was skipping, I still opened that app at 10, like, and then I was like, nah.
I didn't wake up until after 7, so
lucky you. I woke up. Honestly, I woke up right about like an hour before the drop, and I was like contemplating. I was like, nope, you already said you're not gonna get them, blah blah. And I was like, dude, I still was just talking out loud.
I'm sure you could have got them. I'm sure if you would have tried, you would have probably got them.
True. We got I'll just go off the last name here. It says cool name, says we need a big pun Terror Squad kick. Um it should, I think that would be nice to do like a sneaker that's dedicated to Big Pun. That'd be nice.
Hmm.
Um we got Nathan says I'm always Jordan and I can't believe I purchased two Air Force Ones. Okay. I
It's
mean,
still in the family.
yeah, it's all in the same family though. But some people don't like. There are those people that don't like Air Force Ones at all.
I get it. I get that.
Yeah, we got Manny with the kicks in the building says Yerp. We got the Slayer in the building says we in here 100. What up?
Yo,
Cedric Vapel in here says Yerk. What up? Manny with the kick says before COVID-19, these I was about to say Travis Scott, but these Terror Squad Air Force Ones low would have done a better in my opinion. I'm gonna say this: what really killed it for this for these Terror Squads, the black and white pair I'm talking about specifically, not a baby blue pair. Rumors is that pair is also that like not only is like a New York exclusive, but that's also like Fat Joe's apparently his favorite color too. So that's why he kind of did it that way. Um, and if I remember correctly, if you look at some of his older music videos, he did wear a lot of like all baby blue colorways. Um, Now it makes sense. But yeah, I say all this like I say that the one thing that I saw floating around on Twitter that somebody asked, like, is this 20 years too late for these Terror Squads? And I'm gonna go ahead and say I believe so, man. What and I would say they could have dropped them anytime, but the minute that those pandas dropped, and those dropped what in 2019 and just been restocking ever since. Don't quote me on that, but I want to say they took over in 2020. I'm gonna say that, right? And they've been kind of dropping them every other month. I think we're so sick of the pandas that it's just an Air Force One panda. That's why I feel like they waited a little too long. If they would have did this, if the pandas didn't exist, these would be those pandas for the Air Force Ones, and not restock wise, but people would be definitely looking trying to grab a pair. I think, but I think the panda, even though it's a different model shoe, it kind of killed it for this colorway, in my opinion. Um,
I was gonna add on to that too. Uh, I was gonna go a slightly different way with that though, and I was gonna say, yeah, I think that colorway killed it because you gotta think. Um, Not only do we have the Panda Dunks that's continually dropping. I'm sorry, but remember we had the Jordan One Lows Panda or the Concord, what you want, whatever you want to call them. You
yeah,
know, not only did we have them, remember we had the Panda Jordan One Highs.
true.
So you got to think just all those, and pretty much in that order down to these is kind of like like you get washed out with it, and then like I say, to do it on something like that where that shoe really does mean something to a lot of people. They could have at least thrown different colorways on there, or
Yeah,
something,
but at the same time, in their defense, this is the colorway that like Fat Joe like was wearing, of course. So like, I mean,
and it's also the same colorway that he's giving people, like.
yeah.
Like these are like your celebrity friends. Like give them the that pink and gray colorway.
Also, I wanted to touch on real quick before we get further into it. Now that I got the polls up, we had the shock drop on the playoff eights. That was Thursday, correct? Thursday. So I did do a poll on that. Let me share my screen on that real quick. We're gonna go right here. Boom, right here. So pretty much, I said, did you catch a W on the Jordan 8 playoff shock drops? This is the poll, guys, real quick before I continue going through the chat. Looks like a lot of people actually skipped. 55% actually skipped, and they're just gonna wait to the actual release day,
Mm-hmm.
which is understandable. And then I did go for them, but I did take that L. And like 32% took L's, and about 13% got the W. But I believe they were like, rumors is they only dropped 25,000 pairs, but don't quote me. And then the other poll I put up today was, did you catch a W on the Terror Squad Nike Air Force Ones? Blackout is what you call them. I don't really even like that name for it because I mean, if you're gonna black it out, black it out. To be honest, if they would have did an all black joint and did the Terror and did all the Terror Squad like logo on it, I think that would have went a little bit harder in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And then do the Dubray, put like the TS on the Dubray.
Yeah. It's so much. I guess you can say we're sounding like the executive producers of the shoe.
And see then how they did for Drake, how they took that Air and made it Love You Forever. They could have did that for Travis. They could have done that for these Terror Squads. They could have wrote Terror Squad instead of Air. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of those Drakes, the Lover Boy Air Force Ones,
Hmm.
those are rumored to restock. Salutes to Manny with the kicks for putting that
Yeah,
in the
so
sold out
I
Discord.
saw that. I saw that. So pretty much these are about to go back to just basic Air Force One prices, pretty much.
Yeah,
So if you
I'm
want them,
all I'm
you'll
all here
definitely
for
be
it.
able to get them all day. You
I'm
know,
all I'm
I
all
said
here for it.
they're gonna say that. Well, they're already pretty much on par with the Supremes, right? Pretty much they're going for about the same.
I
I mean,
believe
Drake's
so.
maybe a hair more, maybe
Yeah.
but I mean not much more. I mean, you're probably paying what, maybe 30, $40 more. But if they're dropping again, it's most likely about to take that away.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna like when a shoe restocks, it takes the resale value down
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and
every
especially it's
single
already
time.
not a hot like a big shoe anyway. I mean, it's just an Air Force One at the end of the day. If you really want to think about it, nothing changes about it. Still gonna have the same problems with creasing. Still gonna have the same problems with the whitening. With it getting dirty easy. Nothing
Yeah.
changes about the shoe besides Drake slapping his name and his little subtle details on it.
Well, his is a more higher tail like quality leather though. To be, I mean,
Yeah,
I,
I know, but it's still gonna get dirty just the same. Still gonna crease just the same.
yeah. And these Terra squads are supposed to be on that same up to par quality wise. Um, and it looks like 71% on the poll that I posted this morning. They're sleeping. They said I'm sleep on these pandas. So 71% looks like they skipped, and then 19% took an L because they did sell out, and about 11% took the W. So a lot of people seemed like it was like mixed feelings about the shoe. You know what I mean?
I
It
mean, this is just a lackluster week, honestly, man. I mean, we got the eights, yeah, but I mean, honestly, it's one of those. I can wait on them. I mean, we got that disappointing exclusive access on the J Balvins, which none of us got. So and
yeah,
then to pretty much end the week, we got the Panda Terror Squads.
yeah,
So I mean, it wasn't really a very good week anyway. Started out horrible.
true, true. It was yeah, it was really I'm not mad at it, man. We've been able to save a little bit of money too on the positive note of things, whether people want to admit that they like to do that or not. I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
So we do got the J Bombers coming next week, and then after that, we got the playoffs. So we got a back-to-back week coming up with probably a shock drop somewhere in between. I won't be surprised to hear something about a shock drop somewhere. You know what I mean?
For what though? Because we've already had early access for these J Balvins. We've already had a shock drop for the eights. So what else could it be? The cherries, if anything.
That or they could just like actually shock drop those J Balvins because the J Balvin it was exclusive access, but they could do a shock drop too.
Would only be 20,000 pairs. So supposedly,
About that,
I don't
man.
see them doing nothing like that.
About that too, where people getting these stock numbers from, that should be hit or miss, bro. If I'm gonna keep it 100, I ain't trying to bash. I'm not saying it's not true, but the numbers and stuff that be hit or miss. They said it was gonna be over like 500,000 pairs of those damn what was it, the Air Jordan ones like lost and founds, and it probably was. But look how they gave them to us as we got several restocks, and a lot of people still couldn't hit. You know, so I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
you got to take this number stuff that people be saying. You got to take it with a grain of salt. I'm not saying it's not true, but I'm just saying. Um, Let me continue to hit the chat. Let's see. Manny says Jordan 4 SB sneaker of the year. Um,
It's not gonna top these J Balvins.
I don't think that I can't play. I honestly, I know whenever me and Dunks do the like actual like top 10 or top 5 sneakers of the year, I know those are gonna get mentioned. But for me, and I'm not saying if me and Dunks gotta like make a list and then may win or trumpet, but right now for me, I can't put them in the top 5. Like they're okay, but I can't put them in the top 5. I wouldn't like to. I like the concept. I just wish it would have been a different color. That's my only problem with
I'm
the
actually starting to think about my top five right now. Going ahead and start getting it ready. Even though I mean we only have 3 months left. I mean we still got still have plenty that can happen and plenty of shit that could drop. But
yeah.
just so far I'm thinking about what's been dropping. Um,
I'm hoping Nike hit us with a nice something nice, nothing over the top, but something worth talking about for Halloween in October next month. I hope they hit us with something like, you know what I mean, like Halloween theme, but definitely worth talking about. At least make you think about
I
it.
already got two that's already in my top five. I'm already thinking two already.
I ain't going to start thinking until I'll say
Easter's
December,
out.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to start thinking. I ain't even though it's not too early to be talking about it, but you know what I'm saying. I just curious. Let me read through the rest of the. I don't know. I don't like to think about it until that month of. Let me hit the rest of the chat real quick. Nathan says, uh, I keep saying I'm not buying, and I end up looking for them, then got them. Okay, cool. So you
Mm-hmm.
was gonna skip, and then you just end up going for them. Manuel the kick says that's the punk fake move, K Nathan, to get the crowd not to cop them. Oh, okay, yeah. So a lot of people were saying they weren't gonna cop them, they end up copping them. Yeah, that is a pump fake to get people like trying not to buy them. Try to sometimes it worked though. But it don't because it still sell out. Obviously, the Slayer in the building says those Terror Squad Air Force Ones were cool, but I do feel they were 20 years too late. Nostalgia definitely played a factor. I would say so too. It's a nostalgia that people bought off more than the shoe, if you ask me. Because I mean, no disrespect to the Terror Squad logo and whatever that is supposed to be on the back of the heel. It's nice, but once you take that
I
off,
think it's a G. I think it looks like a JC. I want to say for Joey Crack maybe.
oh, I didn't even know that. Did not even know that. I couldn't even tell. Like, even if you get up on the joint, maybe. Yeah, it is a JC, but I didn't know it was for. Maybe it is for Joe. That's his nickname, right? Joe Crack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe it is. You're probably right, but at the end of the day, still, like
Still, yeah, but like you say, for one, if nobody that alone can turn people away from the shoe because like I don't know what that is. That that fucked the whole shoe up. That just that alone. And for two, if
I
people
didn't know
don't
what the
even
fuck it was.
that's what I'm saying. For two, if people don't even literally know him by Joey Crack,
Yeah,
you know, they're
yeah,
gonna be. I don't even know what this is, and I don't know who Joey Crack is. So no
yeah,
deal for me, pretty much.
yeah.
So that they shouldn't have done.
You didn't even have to. You weren't even putting them in thought, huh?
They could have literally just put that TS up there. You know,
Yeah, and left it at that.
yeah, they could have just done that.
I don't know. I don't even like. I don't even like the way it like. I feel like they got a different logo style they could have put on there too. I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
like that. Just those just a wasted space and opportunity.
Yeah, it's I'll say this, man, just to answer the question.
Or they could have just wrote Joey Crack out in full lettering.
Yeah, something I don't know, man. And then it's easy to pick these shoes apart after we get them, but yeah, safe to say this poll was right. It says whole lot of people said the Terror Squads were 20 years too late. And to be honest, maybe in our time, whenever like Joe Crack or Fat Joe was actually popping, where he was making hits. Not saying he don't really make music like that no more, and he got hits. I'm not taking it away, but I'm like in his prime, you know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe that was the time to drop those shoes, but apparently Nike didn't know that was going on, according to him. So he was getting the hookup. But that easily could have just been as something as getting the UA. But UAs back then, people didn't know the direct source as much as they do now, or people wasn't able to duplicate them as well as they do now. So they would have been way the quality on them probably would have been cheeks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what that is. So I mean, yeah, still waited a little too late. Like I said, if those pandas wouldn't have hit out so soon, or we wouldn't have had those pandas, then we probably wouldn't have to worry about it. That's all. And I'll just leave it at that. Let me hit back with the chat. Go
I
ahead.
don't know. I still gonna say that they probably would have still been a little too late.
You think so?
Yeah. You just think you basically like you think the colorway alone is what kind of killed it for them.
Yeah. All that aside, the logo I'm not afraid of, and to be honest, I have been seeing that stuff on the hill, and until you pointed it, I really was ignoring it until you brought it to my attention more. I'm like, they didn't have to put that on there. I would have rather just had the regular Nike logo.
Let's say or something like with Terror Squad up there. They could have put the
Or
years up there. They could have put the
or
years that Terror Squad were active.
nah,
Something,
this is what they got to do because this is how they do it with all the other collabs. One, heel gotta still have the traditional Nike logo, and then they do they shit on the other side or whatever.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
That's what they got to you got because think about it. I hate to keep comparing it to Travis, but I mean the man, his collabs, majority of them are they've been out the park, you know.
And they've been known that they're his too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like this one, maybe that's something they could have did. That Terror Squad thing, probably cool. All right, we can live with that. But yeah, that JC or whatever it is, that's only one hill. I mean, even if you go back on the history of collabs, if you go around the I'm on year threes, he got his one logo on the tongue, and Nike still got their Jumpman on the other. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If they would have did that on both, you probably wouldn't have. We would have accepted it, but still, that's how you. That's just
Even J Balvin, you can just see it right now. He did it. He
yeah.
got his logo on one, the Nike Air on the other.
Facts. And that's just how I guess maybe we're saying we're just used to it that way.
I
But if
mean,
that's
yeah, and you're right. We're used to it that way, and now that's the standard for us. That's the right way. That's the way
yeah,
you're supposed to do it now. You know,
exactly.
you don't like just throw something that, for one, barely half the people can probably read. You know, don't even know what
That's
they are
I'm guilty.
exactly. So if
Until
you
you
didn't,
until you told me what the I didn't know. I honestly I thought it was just some cursive ish. I really didn't know until like when you
it's,
said it, and then I looked at it again. I'm like, oh, I like literally it just hit me now. I'm like, oh, that is Jason. I didn't know. Like
so
I
you
really
have to figure out that to say JC, and then now you got to figure out, okay, what does JC stand for? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's a lot of people just don't want to have to, they're not willing to do that and go through that headache. It's not that important to them.
exactly. So
It's not that many Terror Squad fans out there.
I got it. I mean, it depends on who you're comparing it to.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna put him down that bad, bro.
I mean, I'm not putting them down. I just said that there's not that many Terror Squad fans out there to where it's a big deal, to where he
Yeah,
needed to put that on there.
yeah. I mean, I could challenge some people to name like what 5 Fat Joe songs. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Name
Or
name 5 Terror Squad
I
songs.
was just about. Hey, you read my mind. I was just like, I'll say, take that back. Name 5 Terror Squad songs. Anybody? I'll wait. Myself included. You too, Dunks.
Hey,
Um,
I can't.
Let me hit the chat. K Nathan says, Manny, I'm not even a YouTuber though. He says, Manny says the baby blue pair of the Terror Squad Air Force One lows are dedicated to Miami, his second home. Okay, got you. Appreciate that. Um, Appreciate that, Manny. Says I know, and you're right though. Okay, Nathan says I had to bring out some heat tonight out with the lady. Posted another sneaker picture in a Fusky. Okay, so we got another sneaker picture. So he switched up today because I saw you had them he had the lost and founds on today. So you got something else on too?
Right?
Okay. Sheesh. And I saw Kwame he got some new kicks in that joint too with the got that Dior on looking fly, man.
Huh.
Sheesh. Yeah. So he got his joints in. Everybody, man, I'm been stuck in the house like I ain't doing nothing, man. You
Yeah.
step out anywhere, or you just chilling today, man.
Who, me? Oh yeah, no, I'm just chilling, man. I got the Yeezy, I got the slides on today, man.
How did I not know?
Yeah.
You still squeaking, or you don't got over it now, or was that just
Uh,
somebody else in your ear?
yeah. I say I didn't hear it anyway until it was brought up to me, and so I guess I just put it back behind me. I'm not really. I don't hear it, or I just don't pay attention to it anymore.
Exactly. So that's how I never heard it, and then I tried. It depends on where I walk, I guess. I don't know. Let's see where we at real quick. The Slayer says Drake Loverboy Air Force Ones restocks count me in. Okay. I mean the quality on them is up to par. They're dope, all white. You really can't go wrong with it. And my all whites, I could use a fresh pair to keep it 100 because one wear looks easy to go wrong. Um, let's see. K Nathan says, K Nathan says, I woke up like a minute in, and I think it's the reason why I got it. Man with the Kick says, yes, sir, Slayer. I'ma let y'all know when I find out the date in the Discord. Appreciate that, Manny. So more information to come on those Drake Air Force Ones. The Slayer
Yeah.
says at Manny, thank you, GOAT. He says, Manny with the Kick says, They going to shock drop the Jordan 2 black cement. Um, they can, but I ain't. I know those are coming next week as well. The black
Yeah.
cement Jordan 2s. Um,
Why haven't they loaded those on sneakers? That's like nothing
it's
to hide.
it's loaded on low key. It's loaded on the
Nike, right?
Nike app. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on the Nike app. It's already loaded on the Nike app. So yeah, why they put it? Why I don't know why there's two different apps that do two different things, because a lot of the dunks that we see coming out, they usually be loaded up on the Nike app, you
Hmm.
know. And then sometimes I've seen it where I remember, I want to say it was a few years back, they dropped some Jordan 11s that they had them on sneakers and the Nike app at the same time. And everybody was waiting on sneakers, and a lot of people found out on the Nike app and went over and caught with ease. That's happened before too. Manu Kick says no problem, fams. 100. Divine Photos in the building says what's good. What up, Divine?
Yo, what's going on, bro?
What up? What up? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all come in and out. Manu the Kick's got Divine's 100. No hype in the building with the salute. What up? No hype.
Yo, what's going on?
What up? Manny says born and raised dunks top 5. Yeah, I think by default.
Can't we like we did with the, can you really count those because they're not technically out? They're not technically out yet.
Yeah, true. We can't really count them, but I mean, they said they're gonna drop them, but nobody knows when. If they come this year, I think you got to put them in there.
Oh yeah, of course.
You got to put them in there. Also with the Crenshaw Skate Club, you got to put those in there. You know what I mean? Not trying to build a list already, but I know those are gonna be. They gotta be in the list. You know, by default, those shoes went hard. It could be just the dunks kind of took over this year.
They,
The Joritos, those are a talked about piece. Can I say top 5?
Utos, man, jeez, man.
Yeah, the Utos. That's what I was about to say before you said the Joritos, and I was like, yep, those two. But yeah, the Utos. That's what I said. Honestly, we could do dunks.
Just dunks alone.
Yeah, dunks alone, really, you know. But we gonna push it back. I think some of them gotta get pushed to some honorable mentions though. But we'll see as we get. I'm gonna make sure we close out the end of the year with that. So we shall see. Very curious though. But yeah, like Dunk said, we could just do the dunks alone. You know what I mean? Because dunks, they've been carrying their own weight. You know what I mean? And I'm talking
not out because we still got several dunks that's supposed to be dropping, like the April dunks.
Yeah,
we got those. I can't remember the other ones, but they're like black and white. They're supposed to be coming out too. Then we got these albino Prestos that's coming out next week.
Yeah, those are coming next week.
So, you know, and they're supposed to be apparently their tearaway material.
I saw that they were like, I guess, you know, it's a true skate shoe, and that was the point. They're starting to do that thing with a lot of like SBs I see. Let me hit the chat real quick.
It would have been something. It would have been cool if they would did it with the Supremes.
They weren't gonna do that to no Supreme.
I mean, they could have, because I mean, I get it, but that little, you can barely even see the picture that's inside of like the shoe, you know?
Yeah, true. Which I forgot about those, but those could be mentioned as well because people went crazy over those.
I say it was just saying, hey, I got something off Supreme.
Yeah, but it's still worth mentioning though.
Yeah, of course.
It's an honorable mention. You was gonna go for them.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, I went for them too. Yeah, of course. But I'm in that category. Say, hey, I just wanted to say I got something off Supreme.
Oh Lord, come on, man. It ain't that deep. That's what I'm saying. Let's see. Let me hit the chat real quick. Manu Kick says, born and raised, read that one. Salutes to Manny from No Hype. Divine Photo says, honestly, without the Terror Squad logo, both colorways would sit. To be fair, yeah, that Terror Squad, and it's not necessarily. I don't think it's the Terror Squad logo or that Joe Crack logo. Definitely ain't helping. It's the nostalgia that sold that shoe.
Yeah,
more, and no disrespect to anybody. The older sneakerhead generation came out of this one too. Like, let me clarify this. Like, it probably brought back people who were sneakerheads that stopped being sneakerheads kind of grew up out of it and saw these were coming and said they had, they got these because it was more so around their time too. So it's a lot of nostalgia built up around that shoe that sold that shoe. It wasn't and I'll say, and I said that in my video. It's not the black and white. It's not the Air Force One. It's definitely not that logo on the
They
back.
made that shoe. They made that shoe 1,000 times without that logo.
Yeah,
Heck, shit, you can go on Nike by You right now and make that same colorway without the Terror Squad. You can put your own name on the back.
exactly. That's what me and I'm not trying to bash a shoe, but I mean, it's one of those like it ain't. To be honest, like y'all told me in the Discord last night, it ain't nothing. It's dope, nostalgia purposes, but it's not that special. Like they said, let it go, yo.
And not to mention that it's been proven that the Nike by You quality is way better.
Exactly. So
So
it's one of those I had to learn to let it go. Like I'll get these if it's like kind of one of those like we chilling and it's some dry months and I'm like, man, you know what? Let me get these. Like it'll probably be more for collective purposes only.
yeah,
You
I
know?
got I actually got a pair of Dunk by Yous in my car right now. But damn, that 150 for some dunks, man. Sheesh.
I mean, but they're like your own thing. So
Yeah, I get it. I get it. And like I say, from like Kami's even said that the quality is better.
yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see if I don't hit on these Balvins if they're still there. I'll probably just pull the trigger on them because I just made some Chicago's. I just made some Chicago dunks,
Okay. Nice. I mean, you can never go wrong with that. I'm assuming black and red.
black, red, and white.
Okay. Got you. Got you. Let me hit the chat real quick. Manny with the kick says 85 salute. Looks like we got Devon says salute to Manny. K Nady says, yeah, I think the G Dragon Air Force Ones were harder than these. I gotta look those up because I can't really. I'm gonna look those up. The G Dragon Air Force Ones. I remember them, but it's kind of fuzzy for me. So I'm gonna look those up for sure. Just to be what it is. I'll pull it up in just a second. Divine Photo says even Cali Jordan 5s had the we the best on one shoe and Nike. This is true. This is true.
Exactly. So everybody,
Everybody
everybody made it make sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's all we trying to do is make this make sense. That I don't know why, but it does. Yo, you're right, man. That double heel joint, it just killed it. It definitely killed it, man. I'm not trying to bash it because if you go back and watch my video from yesterday, I was big.
Let's not forget also that all these shoes that we're mentioning, minus the Travis Scott's. I'll say all these shoes we're mentioning are Jordans,
Yeah,
but Travis Scott's Air Force Ones,
yeah.
he
Travis
did it on
Scott,
those.
Elvis ones.
I'm saying he did it on those, but every other one that we named are Jordans. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like,
I may have to pull those G Dragons up just to see real quick because I could like maybe there's a slightly different. I'm almost positive. G Dragon when they do something, they go like a whole nother like left field with the shoe. And I mean, not saying that's a bad thing, but I'm gonna just pull them up just to kind of look. Oh, I remember those. It's the white and black with like the scraping on it, like the paint like dashing over and stuff, and then the one peels out. Actually, this was pretty dope. I don't know. I must not have known when these actually dropped but I remember these right here, these actual Drew Dragon Air Force Ones. They actually were pretty dope. I got like the Flower logo on it. It's pretty cool. So I'm not gonna sit up here and say that though. Yeah, that one I think they done right. A little over the top as far as the design, but if you like artsy type of stuff, I can see that being, pretty much a dope. Yeah, that one right there, I think that's an exception to the rule, so to speak. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, sounds like did you mute yourself?
am I good?
Yeah, you good. You had put yourself on mute, I think.
Yeah, nah, these G Dragons, nah.
I mean, they're a little over the top, but they got a strong
I
audience
mean,
for sure.
I would have got it if like maybe the shoe would have worn away and it would
Mhm.
reveal like the paint under it. Not don't smear paint on the
You see
heel.
the black ones though. There's a black version too.
Yeah, I see both of them. I'm looking at them both. Yeah,
Yeah. So, um, he just saying that they're harder than the Terror Squads. What you think?
I like the. I'm looking at the leather and I like the bottom. Yeah. Uh,
You got to pick one.
I
Pick one.
do.
Pick these. You got to pick one. These or the Terror Squads. You can't. It ain't no skip.
I picked these honestly, but I can argue what both could have done
Something.
completely different things.
Yeah.
You know, to make the shoe stand out more.
Basically, what we're doing to the Terror Squads.
Yeah, I can
Um.
argue them both on things that they could have done differently. But if I had to choose, I probably take these over, and it's only because it's that the tongue stands out. You know,
Yeah.
in the midsole
Yeah.
gives you like a little different feel. You like, you know, let you know it's a custom shoe.
Got you. Divine Photo says, even read that one. Kwame says, are we getting a date for the Born and Raised yet? I haven't seen one yet.
Nope.
I haven't seen a date on it yet. So, Manny with a kick says Joey Crack. The Slayer says JC. The only JC I know is JC Penny.
Well,
um,
that fucking Terror Squad should have been released.
yeah. I mean, they should have released it a long time ago to B100. Like whenever he was
Even
at the top,
5 years ago would have probably made sense.
I say 2017 would have made sense. You know, I think he could have got away with it in 2017. Anything after that, no, because I'm gonna say
When was like technically when is the Terror Squad anniversary?
don't even give me
That's
the.
technically when you should have dropped him, even if it's on a random ass Tuesday.
He wasn't in the level of getting in the doors with Nike like this at the time. You know, like I said, it's keep it 100. No matter how much you slice and dice it, yeah, he's just a little late on this.
That would be almost this. I'll tell you what that's gonna be. That's gonna be in like 20 years when Pharrell tried to re-release like the NMDs or some shit.
interesting. Yeah. We
Because I
shall.
feel if he was to like do the ice creams again, I feel like they do good.
Yeah, I don't see why not. I like them,
Exactly. If he was to drop the ice cream shoes again, drop that line again, I feel like they do very well. I feel like they sell out.
but that was through Reebok though, right?
Yeah, but still, if he was to do it again, regardless, if he was to just drop them again in general, I feel like that's a shoe. Where, like I say, once again, we can kind of put them in the same category because they were around at the same time, you know. Uh,
We
so
we need to do a live on Reebok, like the history of Reebok in general alone.
yeah, and just go through all the artists they've dealt with, uh,
Artists, yeah, like because to
all
be honest, they
the
was the
designers.
yeah, they was one of the original people to have all the like rappers do sneakers, including Jay-Z and 50 Cent. Um, we need to do a live on that alone. Not tonight, but we're gonna do one probably if like whenever things are kind of quiet. Well, that's the one where we got in the chamber, we gotta touch on because I don't think they get enough credit or recognition, man.
Nah, they don't. Reebok definitely broke a lot of barriers. They definitely changed the game a lot, especially on how deals are done with like artists and stuff. I think what the thing came in with Reebok though is that they just didn't have the money to pay these guys like they wanted to. You know, like these guys were expecting, you know, they probably honestly at that time they probably couldn't even give them a $3 million contract. You know,
Yeah,
they probably just, it just wasn't in their budget to do. Whereas if you were over at Nike, you were getting 5 million, $10 million contracts. You know, but was nobody giving that to no Jay Z's and uh, and 50 cents and stuff at the time. You know, I think you probably had to be an athlete to even get something like that. They would, especially rapper. They wasn't getting no $10 million shoe deals. You had to be an athlete to get some shit like that. You know.
and who really broke the mold? Was it Ye or was it Travis?
Yeah,
Because
I,
Ye left. Travis came in and
he really did it. He's the one who really set that tone and pushed it as far as um, changing a shoe completely, but still keeping it um, to the roots of where it comes from. You know, like it's still a Nike shoe, but it's my shoe. You know,
yeah,
like you know what I'm saying, like because really think about it. All the 50 cents Reebok, all the 50 cents, the Jay Z's, all those shoes, they looked alike, you know.
yeah. So
Besides like the slight little subtle differences, but it was the same silhouette. Ultimately, it was the same silhouette. They just slightly changed a few things on it, you know. Uh, Whereas, like I say, when you went with Nike, then you saw what Kanye did. He built a completely different shoe. It wasn't even one of their own silhouettes. You know, it was a
Yeah,
completely different shoe, but it was still a Nike. You know,
yeah. I think the
so,
difference is Ye actually put in creative thought. These other guys, no disrespect, with the exception of Pharrell, they just put their name on it and called it a day.
yeah, I can't argue that. I can agree. I'll agree with you on that.
Yeah,
Sure.
not trying to take away, but I'm saying I think that's the if we're gonna compare the differences, ultimately that's the biggest difference from the outside looking in. I don't know allegedly or anything, but I'm just saying like from the outside looking in, that's what it comes off to me, and you see where I'm coming from.
Oh yeah.
Manuel Kick says, "Big pun, beware, Fat Joe all the way up, Fat Joe make it rain, Fat
Oh,
Joe." Oh, he's naming
I
all the songs.
was
Okay.
gonna say when we even said that comment, I was gonna say, Manny, you can't say nothing.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah, Manny,
Oh,
you're
you named Fat Joe. We said Dave Terror Squad.
yeah, we said name Terror Squad, but I did say Fat Joe first. Fat Joe
Manny, Manny
living
named
my
six.
lifestyle. Fat Joe lean back. Now that one I rock with though. The lean back go hard.
That's Terror Squad, right?
Nah, that's Fat Joe. It's Fat Joe's. I think. I don't know. And Fat Joe, what's love? That's what Ashanti. I remember that one. That one was a hit too
Fat
though.
Joe holding back with Chris Brown.
Oh yeah. That one, yeah, that was a good one too. Like I said, I didn't say Joe didn't have hits. I didn't say Joe Crack didn't have hits. I said name a we took it back. Dunks corrected me. Name Terror Squad songs. Name Crickets because I mean Remy Ma, she's a part of that. Was it just Terror Squad was just a label or was it an actual group?
Oh, I would assume
I thought it
they're
was a
promoting
group.
themselves as a group and a label. I would assume.
Yeah. Um, Manny with the kicks got the Slayer skull. Still Sheila says Big Pun is so hard, still not a player. Fat Joe get it popping, lean back. Yeah, it's yeah, like you said. So she's got one, two, three. Looks like she got a strong five in here. Big Pun. It's so hard. That's Big Pun song though. That it's so hard. That's with featuring Joe. Hey, not Joe the rap, not Joe Crack, but Joe the single. That song go hard. That song go hard, bro. Don't laugh at me. You know what I'm talking about.
I don't know the song, but I'm
They
just
had all had
laughing
the
at.
all had the lighters in the video on that joint. That should go hard, bro. That shit go hard. But yeah, that was a good one though. But we gotta think. We thinking does that count though? Manuel Kick says smash a like button, bing bong. We got Taco Stacks in the building. Says bing bong. What up? Kwame says lean back was a hard track, still hits. I agree. Hey, I put that on right now. No cap. Hey, I know you know we used to ride around in the car when we was getting ready to go skate. I had that joint on the CD. Manuel kicks ass. What's up, Taco Stacks? We got Teenage Mutant in the building. Says Reebok got some heat still. Um, K Nathan says not to throw shade, just to mention. Fat Joe said he birthed Joey Crack after he was bullied as a teen. Okay, got you. So that was his alter ego, so to speak. Um, Teenage Mutant says I need them Reeboks electrolytes. LOL. He says Reebok Electrolytes 97s, Dark Royal, straight bust.
Didn't didn't Mischief just do some Reebok pumps?
I think yeah, they did. They got a collab coming out with them, I believe. If it hasn't
How
dropped
you
already,
feeling
but
about those?
huh?
How you feeling about those?
Um, I feel like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it may just be the OG older side of me, you
I feel
know.
like they look like what's that phobia that people got when it's like got all those little dots, those little pores and holes everywhere.
You talking about acupuncture?
No, it's a phobia people have. Was like
Oh,
holes like close to each other. But anyway, whatever it's called, that's what
I
that
don't
shit
know.
reminds me of. Yeah, people. I'm sure somebody in the comments will be able to say what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Hook us up, man.
Yeah, but whatever it's called, that's what that shit reminds me of. You know,
Got you, got you, got
all
you.
those little balls all over the place, and it's like, bro,
Pause.
yeah, pause.
Got you. More myth says, I don't think Nike gives the people complete creative freedom on the shoe, though. I remember seeing something about that being one of the reasons Ye went to Adidas. Um,
Jay's reasons are bigger than
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, while you
Have
that
you seen his recent thing? Him wanting to shut his house down completely.
yeah, he said he wanted no power and all the
No
windows.
windows.
Yeah, I don't know. Um,
And
and
he
it's
fired the guy because he wouldn't go along with it.
yeah, like I mean, the guy didn't want to do it, then fuck it, find somebody else that will. Or hell, in that
I
case,
don't think he'll be able to find anybody really that wants to do that. Like you want what? You know
I,
what I'm saying?
my thing is this: why don't just cut the air off and open the windows?
Well, one thing too, money talks, so somebody will do it. You know.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you get what I'm saying? Just cut the air off and
Why
open the
would you
windows.
want the windows? No, he wants no windows at all. He wants it completely dark, right?
I don't know why he wants it that way, but it's like, I mean, the sun's still gonna come out eventually.
Then I saw a couple photos of his studio sessions, like the rules from the studio session. The pretty much said no talking, no whispering, no like no blogging, no cameras, no just a lot of shit, like a lot of weird shit. It was like what, like pretty much all you can do is sit there and just focus on music, pretty much.
Yeah, I think they said something about his schools was like that, and I heard also that when it used to rain, it just used to rain right in there. Like they ain't had. That's the point of why you need something. At least that's my thing. What you gonna do when it
So it had
rains?
no roof.
I don't think so. Like something where the but see, rain also blows. So,
Yeah,
with the wind, hell, if it's a storm, depending on which way the wind blowing, even though it hit this. This my thing. Even if you got a roof, the rain you still see the rain hit the windows. What you think it's gonna do with the crib?
and what people don't know unless you're out here, like these California, Nevada, Arizona, all these states, they're not built for heavy rain because it doesn't rain here.
It never
So
rains
they're
in
not
Southern
built for
California.
yeah. Hey, Tony.
Yes,
But
sir.
so when it does rain, it floods and it floods bad because the drainage system isn't built for heavy rain.
True.
Whereas like over there and stuff where you guys don't really have an issue with flooding, you know?
We do, but it's nowhere near on y'all's level, probably.
Yeah, I mean, like a straight day of rain for us will flood the whole city. Like, you know, at least with you
Yeah,
guys, probably take a couple days, you know?
yeah. It rained like 3 days straight here at one point. Remember somebody had made fun of me on Discord, like, yo, Jay, just move because it rained there every day. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody said, yo, just move, bro, because you can't even go outside. We're about to transition to speaking of Ye, the Nike Air Yeezy 1 Grammy sample loses 90% of its value and sells for $180,000. We're going to touch on that topic, and then we're going to go ahead and move right on to these J Balvin to wrap things up for tonight. We've been on this joint for going over an hour. Smash the like button, and yeah, man, we're going to be on this joint for like roughly another 30 minutes. I'm gonna read through the chat real quick. Let's see. Still, Sheila says it was a group. Okay, cool. I definitely thought it was a group for sure. I know Remy Ma was a part of it, Fat Joe, and I don't know the other members, and that's the thing that's probably really throwing me off. Um, K Nathan says I thought Terror Squad was like the Dog Pound, kind of like gang related. I don't know nothing about that part, but I mean, if you ask Fat Joe, I'm sure he would probably sell it that way. Um, Teenage Mutant says I agree. At More Myth, Manny with the Kick says Fat Joe a part of Terror Squad. Still Schiller says, I can only think of two Terror Squad albums. I can't even name you one, you know? And I'm not let me clear, I'm not bashing them. It's
Yeah,
just that I only know really Remy Ma and Fat Joe. I don't know any other the members,
yeah.
and I'm not bashing him. And Big Pun forever be a legend. Uh that I love his music, you know what I mean? Gone too soon for sure. Um, that's my thing with that. Let's see. Teenage Mutant says Puerto Rico representing. I need some PR Air Forces for the parade. More Myth says trolley povia dunks refers to a strong fear of tightly packed holes. Is that what you
Okay.
were talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I
So I
never.
think if you ever wear those shoes and the little balls start to fall out, it's going to be a gaping hole in the shoe.
mm, I never heard of that before. Um, Divine Photo says, notice even the Yeezy Wave Runner pre-owned on eBay prices are in 225 to 250 range. Yeah, my thing is this: what's next for Ye, man? I know they said he's working on an album, but honestly, all his product is starting to slowly lose value. And let me clarify this: yeah, this shoe at one point was going for like 1.8 million.
That seems to be what he always wanted, his product to be, as you say, affordable. You know,
Yeah, but I mean, 108,000 still alive. But this is like a one of one.
only when I'm just on his general release stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know what he's been on lately. He's been on his covering his face up for like going on for like 2 years now.
No, and no disrespect, but I'm sick of seeing that chick too. Like,
Oh,
like she just
his
looks,
wife.
she looks lost all the time.
I don't know what is going on with that situation, and I ain't gonna speak on it too much. But yeah, it's something every time the photo. It's just something seems off about the whole entire situation. If you ask me, and Ye, in my opinion, has been a little too quiet. So that's why I want to know really what's his next.
She literally looks like she's just doing whatever he says do.
Yeah, and I mean that's not necessarily something you always want.
That's what I'm
And
saying. Put this on, do this, do that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like it reminds me of like you seen Coming to America, of course, where whenever he met his like a future wife before he went to go seek his own, how whatever he asked her to do, she just did it. Like he told her like bark like a dog, XYZ. Yeah, same
Exactly.
scenario.
We've already seen where it says where Ye is very specific and he picks out his fucking the women he's involved with. He picks out their wardrobe and everything. They say he's very involved in all that.
It's
So
weird to me. It's
I'm
it's
surprised he
different.
I'm surprised he don't got her walking barefoot.
I mean, hell, she
His
wearing everything else she asked him to wear.
his feet look like those mischief shoes they made that look like feet.
Oh God,
You remember those?
now I don't remember them shits.
Oh yeah, mischief made some shoes that look like feet.
Oh
and
God,
it's,
I'm over mischief too, low key, bro. I'm over mischief. I'm over the wavy vans,
Baby babies,
the big red boot joints.
the big
Uh,
yellow Crocs.
yeah, those joints. Every time it's just like they just make shoes for attention only.
It's literally like they just say, "Hey, we're here. Hey, look at us. Hey,
Yeah, they do
who's
those.
this?" You
They're
know.
attention seeking people, man. And I ain't hating on them, but it's like, yeah, they're
Because
here for a good time. They're like one of they're here for a good time, not a long time.
and think about this, they're clearly very creative people. Because if they got that much creativity to completely redesign a shoe that's already made, why don't you just do that to your own shoe from the ground up?
Exactly. Why
Because you
waste
got
all
to
that
think it
energy?
takes more creativity to be like, well, what about this shoe can we change that'll make it to where people won't, you know?
Exactly.
That in itself is a hard job. So just take all that energy and put it into your own creation, you know?
Exactly.
Well,
Let
we
me
see what they do. They do stuff like big red boots and fucking forward shoes.
oh my god. It just
Yeah.
gets worse. I forgot about them.
In the crutch. Remember the fucking crutch shoe?
Yeah.
But
I
still, if we had to do worst shoes of the year, those forward shoes definitely would go be up there.
so just to
He said, I forgot about those.
like, for good reason. Is that true? I know what it is, and I got the picture in my head, but you can put it on either way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on. Moving on. I'm gonna touch the chat. Yeah, that make me mad for no reason. Um,
Why you even bring that up?
yeah. Corey says the last Yeezy drop prices are not much above retail, but I think they go up over time. They'll probably go up a little bit over time, but it's gonna be a slow creep up. I'm gonna say this. To make those go up, he gonna have to come. He's got to make a comeback in the sneaker world, man. He's too impactful, to be honest. Um, and I think if there's anybody who can make a comeback after all of what he's put out there, it can be him. He needs to snap out of it though. But it ain't looking good right now. I don't know what's going on. And that's another live within itself. Me and Dunks can talk about really what's going on with Ye. I know he had his thoughts on him as well as I do.
See,
He,
Kyrie finally dropped his shoes, and
no, I didn't
they
see
were
those.
300.
No, I ain't see those joints. I gotta look them up.
300. Chill, Kyrie.
Yeah, people tripping with these. That's like we were talking about them Balvins. We're gonna get them Balvins in about 5 more minutes. Um, because they going for the 250. They ain't playing out here right now with these damn
But
drops.
those, like I say, we can, well, we talked about that. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll hit it. I'm gonna touch on what this topic talking about these Yeezys real quick. It says Nike Air Yeezy 1 Grammy sample losing 90% of its value, sells for $180,000, which still is a lot of money in my opinion. Unless y'all all got it. It says in the ever fluctuating world of collectibles, so it's pretty much a collectibles item. So everybody that's probably touching these are probably millionaires, I would assume. The value of the item can raise and fall dramatically based on a myriad of factors. The notorious the notorious Nike Air Yeezy 1 Grammy sample is a prime example. Once valued at a staggering $1.8 million, it recently fetched only a fraction of the former glory, were a mere 180,000, representing nearly 90% loss in the value. So whoever had them, that means they let them go for that much. And that sounds like a bet that went wrong, if you ask me. They put this instead of giving them the whole X amount, and called it a day. Maybe they didn't want to give them this, and they said, "All right, cool, I got this. You want to take this instead?" Um, Ye, formerly known as Kanye West's partnership with Nike to create the Air Yeezy line, has been among the most groundbreaking collaborations in sneaker history. Definitely, that's a fact. The
Oh yeah,
line, yeah, that's you. You can't take that away from. That's why I said, man, he's got to come back with something. Um, with who I don't know. The Adidas thing is done. I would still love
Nike
to.
is done.
The Nike thing is done. Yeah, true. Honestly, he could if he got over a Reebok for real. I think that would be a good thing. Even though I don't know how affiliated Adidas is with Reebok, but I think low key a lot. Even if they are, they're like in its own space. I think that would have been a great place
Yeah,
for him to make a. If he's gonna make a bounce back, that would be a great place to make a bounce back. But he got to get out of that like
I'm the boss
yeah.
phase.
You got to get out of that like yo everybody, they going to listen to you, but it's all about how you deliver things, you know what I mean?
Exactly. It's a way to get your word heard without screaming.
Exactly. And that's all me and Dunn try to say, like we get it, you the guy, you the man, it's your name on it, but you still, no matter what level of success you are on, when you're working with people hands on, you need to talk to people like they're human.
To talk with respect and remember that even that man that you're working for, he working for somebody.
Exactly. So like just make sure it's all about how you approach somebody, man. You know what I mean? That's point blank period. You treat people how you want to be treated, no matter how much you got in your pocket or how much you're worth. Um, Says the line didn't just create a new sneaker, it sculptured a whole new dimension for the sneaker culture. West's approach was instrumental in setting the stage for non-athletes to be the forefront at the significant sneaker partnerships. Dunks, you said it earlier. Broadening the horizon of what the convincible and footwear collaboration. So yeah, I would say Ye started all this. Like Reebok them had the music artists first. If we're gonna keep it 100, they was dropping great stuff. We can, 50, Jay-Z, we can go down the rabbit hole. But I would say when Ye touched it though and brought on, he brought in his creative side of things and it just took off.
Well,
Um,
and they also kind of brought us out of that patent leather era.
yeah, true. That whole patent leather, like, well, not even that, just out of like the leather itself in general, he switched it up and put the suede on the toe. You know what I mean? Like different type of setup because we was on the
Start bringing more like that tumble leather and stuff too.
yeah, he brought a lot to the table, quality wise too. Um, the man did say in his music, like I said, if anybody, it's crazy how if I could talk to some of the younger generation about asking them what Ye is known for what we know him for, you know, I know him for the guy who made the college dropout, late registration and graduation, three of his best albums to date, in my opinion. And those
Kids today only gonna know him for Yeezys.
yeah, you know what I mean? Totally different ball game. And fun fact, I'm glad I even said that because when I was in a tattoo shop earlier, or not today, but like this week, my tattoo artist, the dude that I get tattoos through, he is he is a very big Yeezy fan. So the guy that also works in there, he was playing some older Yeezys. He was playing songs off of college dropout, and I was singing along, and I was like, yo, this is one of some of Yeezy's best time, and he was like, man, I ain't heard this one before. Like,
Huh?
yeah, right. Right, yeah. I was like, the fuck. And then whenever I was like, I couldn't
You
help
mean the song or the album?
both. He hadn't heard
Wow.
it. He hadn't heard. Well, he hadn't heard it. And in my defense, he's not from here originally either. In his defense,
Like
but
the
yeah.
United States?
Nah, he I forgot where he's originally from, but he speaks Spanish. His Spanish is his first language. Um, he came over here. He speaks full-footed English now, but like yeah, you can still tell that Spanish is his first language. But he likes more designer drip. And so fun fact though, so the dude that owns the shop, he was playing that. What was the song? I've been working this grade shift trying to get
Yeah.
my that one joint. That song go hard, right? So I know it. You know how we used to play it back.
I think it's what is it called? Wings, right? I think it's called Wings.
No, I don't think that's the name of the song. I think it's called Grave Shift or something like that. He take me out to
Spaceship.
yeah, spaceship. There we go. There we go. I wish I could buy me a spaceship and fly away. That's the hook.
Oh,
That
spaceship.
joint.
Yeah.
Yep,
Mhm.
facts. I see why you would say wings though, because it's flying. I get it. Because I was like, nah, that ain't it, but you in the ballpark. But yeah. So anyway, we was playing, and he was like, man, I never heard this before. I'm like, man, go. And as he was listening to it, he's like, man, this go hard. I'm like, this is the Ye that I grew up on and my generation know. Like, and he is in our generation, but he's just not from here. And I think that's the difference. So maybe probably by the time it made it to wherever he's from, Ye was on that other, what. So you know what I mean? So
On that 808 and Heartbreaks phase.
yeah, and I rock with that album to a certain extent, but I still prefer.
Not on the auto tune, man.
Yeah, it was a little too much. That was when auto tune, where people I feel like were finding ways to perfect it a certain way. Thanks T-Pain. But anyway, yeah. So I say all that to say, like, yeah, Ye, I think if he brings that type of style back to the Reebok, it will be great. And then even though it may be kind of slowly, like kind of connected with Adidas, but a lot of people could push that up under the rug. But he got to come in there and play ball game. He can't come in there and talk, loosely. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's just where I'm at with it on that for Mr. Ye. Says in 2021, this was the very prototype that shook the sneaker world by fetching a record-breaking 1.8 million in an auction. The buyer, a company named Rares, specialized in allowing the users to invest in collectible assets by buying shares. At the time, the shares of this particular sneaker were being sold at $15 a piece, making it an interesting investment opportunity for many sneaker enthusiasts and inventors alike. The dramatic fall in sneaker value may or may not be a shock depending on how you look at the situation. While it's a one-of-one sample worn by one of the most famous designers and collaborators in the fashion world, Ye's anti-Semitic remarks, I knew it was going to go there, last year caused Adidas to end its partnership with the artist. This not only caused companies to distance themselves from Ye, but the public and the perception of him changed for the worse. Regardless of the value and Ye's current standing with the public, the Nike Air Yeezy 1 Grammy sample will always remain a pivotal piece in sneaker culture, a testament to one of when music and fashion converge to ushers in the current age of streetwear collaboration. So pretty much it is one of the most iconic sneakers, no matter how you slice it and dice it. And I mean, Ye, again, some of the stuff, man, what do they say? The best way I can describe it, you don't, everything that comes to mind, you don't necessarily have to speak out loud if we're going to keep it 100. You know what I mean?
Like I said before too, I said earlier when we were talking about Ye and these comments, and like they just mentioned in the last end of this article, let's say to the people where those comments really matter, yeah, that they're gonna see that shoe for what value they see it for. But to the sneakerheads and to this community, those words really, I mean, not to say they don't mean anything to us, but we're more our we're more fascinated on the shoe end of what he's doing, you know. So they can justify why the shoe only sold for 160, but to us that shoe's still worth 1.8 million, you know.
Yeah.
So, and that's just how I see it, you know. So as we're looking at it from the sneakers standpoint of it, like that that's what the value of the shoe is, and that's not a bad price for the shoe. if I had it, I get it type deal. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So and it's kind of hard for for us to see where they were only where it dropped that low, whereas to other people will be like, well, why is it even that much?
Exactly. Exactly.
So
Well said. Let me hit the chat real quick. Um, let's see. Teenage Mutant says, "Yo, Jay, is there if there were any one shoe you would rock, which one would it be? If there were only one shoe, okay, he said if there were only one shoe you would rock, which would it be? Uh, um, to be honest, if I gotta go that route, then I'm gonna go with the most versatile shoe and that like I can wear with everything. And to be honest, if I'm gonna take it, I gotta say all white Air Force Ones to be on the safe side. If that's all I can have, that's what I would get. I can make that work with every fit. Yeah, that's a tough one though because really I don't want just I definitely want I don't want to rock Air Force Ones all day every day.
yeah, I don't
Right.
see how these rappers could do that.
Yeah. So,
I
but
mean,
I'm saying if
like
there was
after a while, that shit gets boring. You just get a white shoe,
yeah,
and the fit doesn't feel the same because it's a feeling when you put on a fresh pair of shoes.
oh yeah,
And even still, after putting on the same shoe for after so long, even if it is brand new, it's just that fit doesn't feel the same no more. It doesn't look the same no more. You know what I'm saying?
true. True. Um, let's see. Cool Name says Big Pun was like 5 members. Yo, chill. Teenage Mutant says, "Hey, don't. Mischief is straight up. Mischief is straight up Party City with clout. I can't with him." K Nathan says Big Red Boots and Big Yellow Crocs. Teenage Mutant says straight shower shoes. Definitely, I'll say that. Let's
Nah, because
see.
if you put that shit on, your leg wet. It's gonna suction to your leg, and that
Oh
shit is
yeah,
like,
yeah. It's a little bit of a safety hazard if you're gonna put it like that because you may not. I've seen people struggling to be able to take off the big red boot. They
yeah,
need help
because the
apparently.
moisture that comes from them having them on all day.
Mm, yeah. Let's see. Um, let's see. Clizzy kicks in the building says I hit the Terror Squad's Air Force Ones, but I'm a 10 and a half, and I actually only hit an 11. Shaking my head, double sock game.
Damn. Like,
You
congrats
gonna have to
anyway.
probably its forces run big too. So I mean, yeah, and that leather, they got that leather inside. Yeah, you may have triple sock game that. Manny says those new Kyrie straight trash. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
pull these up.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
I gotta
Thinking
pull them
you
up
see
because
that.
y'all it's bothering me now. I gotta pull them up. Hold on. What they just called a Kyrie? What are they like?
It's
Hold
like
on.
I don't know, but the brand is like anti, right? ANTA, something like that.
Kyrie sneakers. Let me see. I gotta do what? What is it called? Anti? You said?
ANTA. Correct me if I'm wrong,
Yeah,
people.
yeah, I think you're right. You're right. You're right. I'll see if I can pull them up.
They're
I
like all
think,
black.
yeah, I see them. I see them. I'm gonna share the screen with everybody for the people who don't know. Boom, right here. This is the first look at the Kyrie anti shoe from the upcoming NBA season. It looks like a Space Jam. If there was to do a Space Jam version, these would be it. Um, I wouldn't buy them, but I wouldn't put them. I ain't gonna call them straight trash though.
I am.
Ah, okay. But I mean, yeah, I ain't gonna say they look bad. I mean, would I buy them? No. And there's an all black version that I see that he's playing the game in. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, they're straight up basketball shoes. To be
Worth
fair,
300.
is a 300?
Yeah.
Wow. And then I see they got other colorways up. There's 8 colorways apparently that's gonna be
Answer
released.
the question. Worth 300.
No,
Okay.
no, hell no. I give you the 150 spot, but I'm just saying, no, they're not. Keep it real, no, they're not. No $300 shoe at all. Who first off, who's heard of the brand Anti? I'll leave it right there. And I'm not. They could be a big brand worldwide, but I don't know who the hell. I never heard of them before. Um, so if they are a big brand, I've been living under a rock. But yeah, you got 8 different colorways. They got that Space Jam looking colorway. Apparently, there's like a Bumblebee colorway. I mean, They're not a bad shoe for basketball. I think it'll be great for him to continue on with his NBA career. But I mean, as far as them doing numbers, I guarantee, but people, and this is not a diss, you gonna go grab those Allen Iverson Reebok joints before you grab these, you know. And
Oh yeah.
look how long it take for the AIs to really people to get a respect that truly deserve there, you know. Um, and I'll leave it at that. So we on these J Balmers right now to close out the rest of the live. Pretty much these are coming up next week, next Saturday. So this is a shoe I can say. I'm not gonna read through this whole article. I just want to kind of discuss the shoe a little bit within itself. I'm gonna get a good clean image up on the screen. The logo on the back. I will say this: it's a shoe that grew on me over time, and I'm not mad at it at all.
I'm glad, because I really didn't want to have to, I really didn't want to have to hear you double back on these. I'm glad you just changed your mind, like, you know, right at the moment,
Yeah, I was
Because
saying
it's gonna
like,
be hard to get these on the, I mean, it wasn't gonna be hard to get them, but you're gonna be paying for them.
yeah, it's crazy. I looked at it, resale on them. They're already averaging 400 on the resale market right now. 400 between 400 and 600, depending on what size you wear, and then they're 250. So I'm assuming once they drop, they're gonna stay in the high 350 range.
I
Um,
say that I would dare say that they're gonna hit maybe 600.
Over time, yeah, I can see that. Well, with the limited availability, probably sooner than later too.
Yeah, so I'm saying that 600 won't be too far along.
Yeah, true. So it's gonna be honestly as a shoe. I didn't know if I liked it, but this is another example we brought up earlier. How they let Nike check on the back on one. I think that's what really sold it for me too.
Hmm. I
That
mean,
Nike,
and we need also what we need to do is have a because I know you did actually you already did the live on it, but we need to have one the shoe collaborators, who's been
best shoe collabs.
yeah, like because we got Travis on one end, we have J Balvin on the other end, we got Ye on one end, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm on my year.
we got I'm on my yeah, we got all these people, that's
What's the
doing
one out in
different things.
Cali? Union.
And we got all these people that's like doing completely different things to these shoes and completely changing them from their original form. Like Off White. We can got to name all these people. So it's a lot of them and it's tough. And I say the biggest one, honestly, right now at this point is probably J Balvin versus Travis. You know,
Uh, um, yeah, I want to argue it, but I need more time to put think into it. I want to argue that though, but
yeah,
I'm gonna let you have it for now. I'm gonna let you have it for now. But not on no disrespectful or anything.
because because you got to think they're both supposedly having shoes dropping this year. You know.
But Travis doing his own thing this year.
Yeah, but regardless of
Lot of pressure for Travis right
yeah,
now.
I'm saying they're both having shoes drop this year, and with J Balvin dropping first, and his shoe already, I know Travis see it. I know Travis like fuck. You know what I'm saying? Get your iron. I know Travis mad. You know, and Travis like,
Hey, he
what the
ain't.
fuck let this happen?
I
You
bet
know,
if he get interviewed, he gonna be like, I ain't even know or act I can not know it
Travis,
exists.
somebody lost their job. Travis like, how the fuck y'all let this happen? You know, but you know what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna be it's gonna be a numbers game for them too.
Oh yeah. Whether they act like they don't look at the numbers or they don't. Now we did talk about the black pair too, but I think this cream and white pair, the sunset colorway is what it's called.
What is it, Medellin? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Uh, People that's of Colombian descent. What is it, Medellin or something like that?
I believe so. Don't quote me though. I do like the white pair over the black pair though.
Oh yeah, me too. It's obvious. I
I
mean,
even like
not
with
to
the
say that not to say the black pair aren't just as good and they aren't gonna be just as hard to get. Because obviously if you get one pair, you're gonna want the other pair, or if you don't get one pair, you're gonna want the other pair. Regardless, you're gonna want one or the other pair or both.
yeah. I will say like I like that the little the little, I guess it's a shoe tag, but I mean, I would
Yeah,
say a keychain type of thing. I like
yeah.
that it's not just a Nike check; it's actually his logo too. That
That's what,
that
that's what I'm saying. That the back tabs, like I told you before, that's what sold it for me. Like it's different. I like that fading colorway they got to it.
I want to just throw out there for everybody that this is Dunk, somebody who was not a three person at all. By the way,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
coming from somebody who wasn't a three person at all. I'm not taking shots at you, Dunks,
yeah,
but
yeah. No, of course.
just saying, see how you come a long way, how you transition.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's really a respect thing. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, man, let's talk upcoming releases, which J Balvin's technically fall under that category.
I
And
think
I
it's
mean,
safe to say, good. More than half of the people here will probably be going for these.
yeah, I was the only one that was probably been on the fence. And I'm gonna just keep it 100. If nobody ain't gonna state the obvious, I'm gonna state it. That 250 price tag bothering me, dog. I'm gonna keep it 100.
That's down to the babies. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, like to the small man size. That's what I'm saying. That 3.5 size and shit, man. You guys playing around, man. Nobody paid 250 for pretty much a child shoe.
that's what the child size is.
No, a men's 3.5.
Wow. Yeah.
What man can fit that size? I mean, unless it's like Habula or whatever,
Yeah, I was just thinking him, but I couldn't think of his name. I was gonna say, what's the dude they went like shopping over here and a
or
little.
the little what's his name, Mini Me, the dude that was on Austin Powers,
Yeah, I think it's
like
I
those
forgot.
guys, or Beetlejuice maybe.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would say 250. Like that's a lot, man. I'm saying, like I think that 250 should have started at like the 9, if anything. 8. It should have started
I would
that
say in
250 price.
general they should have been no more than like I say 200.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
200.
210,
Worst case scenario, I'll give it 210, but I 200.
250, man. Sheesh.
Yeah, that's a saying. Hey, that kind of hurt. You know what I mean? Damn.
And I know it's because of all the work that they put into it, that so they wanted to justify that price.
Yeah, but still, like, hey, y'all,
But even Off White didn't cost that much,
exactly.
and that's probably one of the most grailed shoes in the world right now.
Exactly. Let me hit the chat and then we're gonna wrap things up for tonight. We've been on the joint for an hour, 30 minutes. Y'all smash the like button. Let's see. Manu the Kick says A6 and Yeezy.
A6, yeah, he can go to A6. Yeah,
I still would rather see him with
I
Reebok.
support an easy ASIC.
I'd rather see him with Reebok though.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm saying A6 Reebok. I mean A6 Easy. I can see that. I could do that.
Okay. All right.
New Balance Easy.
New Balance, I can see him over there as well. I can see him with New Balance. K Nathan says, "Yay and LeVar Ball brand. Nah, that's gonna sound. That just got lawsuit written all over it, Brody.
That just got a lot of. You're right. A lot of suing. A
Lawsuit,
lot of paperwork. A lot of finger pointing.
lawsuits, finger pointing, and we
Ego.
would get ego, and it's gonna be on the internet every day to the point where we're gonna be like, hey, what? Nah, you know what I mean? Like you can get to the point it's gonna get on your nerves. That ain't no, that ain't finna work. And then you saw how long it took them produce not to take shots at the ball brand.
Didn't he just make some fucking wave runners?
Yeah, he made some his own little versions or whatever. But I remember when his first pair of shoes, they were making their own instead of taking the Nike deal, which I think his son, the younger one, LaMelo.
His sons ended up going with them deals anyway. They don't even wear.
They don't even play that because, to be honest, their shoes they did wear them, but they had to swap them out every quarter because they were playing in them and falling apart on every at the end of every quarter.
I mean, and then you got to think LaMelo, he doing his thing, with Nike,
And then who it's the other one, the younger one? He got his own line with Puma, right? Yeah, he's got the Puma line. Yeah. He got the whole Puma deal. He don't, not dissing the LeBall brand, but I mean, like, sometimes, man, you gotta. I'm gonna just say this, and my dad said it best when we were talking about it back in the day. Honestly, it's not that their dad was wrong, but sometimes it's just how he went about it. I'm gonna just say it nicely. That's not what my dad said. I'm just saying it nicely. It's just how he went about it. But yeah, that Ye and LeVar Ball brand, sounds great on paper, but I guarantee you lawsuits and everything.
Yeah,
Teenage Mutant says yay and bourbon stocks.
Birkenstocks.
Birkenstocks. Back in the day, bro. I never owned a pair to this date. And not taking shots at the people who do. Because I have heard they're super comfortable. Um, Manny says, I'm dead, K Nathan. You trolling with that one. Exactly. The Slayer says those J Balvin shoes should have dropped in the start of the summer. True. But
That's what they did with the twos last year, right?
yeah. But I think also though with these threes, I agree they're definitely they should have dropped them in June or
I
July.
think they dropped kind of at the right moment, the end of summer, like a
I'm
sunset.
I'm gonna say it ain't they it's still not bad timing. So I agree with you. It's still a good timing, but I feel like they could have dropped these in June or July. It'd have been better. But I also feel like it's still not a bad timing for it because it's still not technically
I mean,
super
think
cold
about this.
outside.
This shoe is definitely tracksuit style shoe because you can
Yeah,
get the different color tracksuits. You know, you can dress it up with that sweatsuit. You know,
yeah. So I think
jog all that. You
not
know,
too late. It's not too late, but they definitely could have dropped. I would say they should have hit it with us in August.
yeah,
I say they should have hit it with us in August because that's summertime still, and it's kind of like the mid of summertime.
yeah.
Um, let's see. Manny says big fact Slayer and Nike always late to the party. Kwame says I agree. Slayer dropping right at the fall isn't perfect timing. It's not bad though. It's not bad timing, but I say August should have been that should have been their sweet spot in my opinion. Teenage Mutant getting a
They
good
should have
pass.
did actually what they should have did was did this one like right now, like in July, August. Then did the black one right now.
Facts. Yeah. This colorway should have came out in June, July, and the black pair they could have followed it up in end of this month. Cause that would have been a great time for like that fall hit. You know what I mean? Um,
This that black one, I guarantee you. I guarantee you, mark my words. Right now, we're not gonna see that black one until somewhere around Christmas. I guarantee you.
if not next year.
Hmm.
Um,
But it's gonna
Clizzy,
be somewhere in that area.
true. Clizzy Kick says all white Air Force Ones all are the ish out the box. This is true. Teenage Mutant. I mean, it's the safety shoe. That's why I said if there's one shoe I gotta stick with. Let me clarify this. If that's the only shoe I could have, whatever, that's the one I would go to. But I'm saying like in my collection now, that would be if I had to pick one shoe to keep in my collection and have to get rid of the rest. I don't know. I don't even want the pressure.
If
But
I could, I think I do that too. But mine will be all black, and I
all
want it to be.
black.
It will be the supreme pair always.
Okay. All right. Work with that. I mean, either way, all black, all white. It's both. You can't go wrong with either pair. And I've said that in my video as well.
Hmm.
Um, Teammate Mutant says rocking them Astar projection Kyrie's. Manny with a kick says new Kyrie sneakers are available on Wish app. Oops, Anta is what K Nathan says. Teenage Mutant says 50% off on Temu. Men with the kicks laughing at Teenage Mutant. K Nathan says I think Off White totally makes the shoe their own. Yeah, they do. You know it's an off white when you see it. Granted, those mids that just dropped, um,
I
the
mean, you
black,
can say that about all of them, though. You know, it's their shoe when they drop. You can say that about a Travis. You can say that about a J Balvin. You can say that about a Yeezy. You can say that really about all of these guys, and that's why I
yeah,
say it's going to be hard to like put them all like in one category and say who's over who,
yeah,
because they've all done things that's piqued our interest and that made that's got our that's perked our ears. You know what I'm saying?
true, true. Yeah. Either way, yeah, you got to give them credit where credit is due.
They've all dropped things that's got us all in a panic and be like, I need that. You know what I'm saying?
They've all made their mark in their own way.
Hmm.
Um,
J
Devon,
Balvin just getting started, but he looked like he's starting to pick it up now. You know,
yeah, he's starting to get where he.
the ones and twos were, uh, they were for somebody. You know,
Yeah, I
just
think
not
Kwame
everybody.
Kwame likes the ones for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and he the twos too, if I'm not mistaken. But the ones and twos they're for somebody, but these threes are definitely an everybody shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's starting to get it, and let's see what he do with the fours.
To be fair, I don't think he can mess up the fours, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we'll see for sure. Devon says Jay Bobbin did say he's gonna do a Jordan 4. Looking forward to that. Frankie Bang Bang says, Yo ho boys, what up, Frank? Key. Manny with the kick says bang bang 100. Frankie Bang Bang says Manny with the kicks, got the peace signs. Manny says those Travis Scott check the BS week to me. Okay, yeah. You talking about the ones his own shooter he's supposed to be coming out under Jordan
Travis
Brand?
Scott cut the BS. This
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. He says check the BS is what Manny's saying. Yeah, cut the BS. What I think is like cut the check. I think, but I don't know. Rumors is even that's not even all the way accurate from what I've seen. Um, Kwame says, I don't see anything else loaded coming up, so maybe something look backs are coming up. They are supposed to do, rumor has it they are supposed to do a whole bunch of like restocks coming up here in the next coming weeks. Of what I don't know, but they're supposed to be restocking a lot of things. Manny says, it's a city in Colombia, and you're saying it right dunks. Okay, cool.
Got it.
Um, Cool. Appreciate that for for confirming. K Nathan says 250 is high for me, definitely for me as well.
I think a lot of people that's gonna be a lot of the argument for a lot of people as they're hitting their size.
Yeah, like is it like they dope? But is they the thing is what everybody's saying? I think is they dope. Not that we can't afford it because we probably don't all pay resale for a shoe, but it's a fact of like, is it really worth 250 though?
I mean, you gotta think you're going over to Yeezy paying 230 for pretty much styrofoam shoes.
Yeah, and then now
So
you got an extra 20. You got an extra 20
and
spot on it.
that's retail.
Yeah,
So
now you got a 20
and
spot on it.
and the shipping over there is nowhere near as good as Nike's. I literally I remember when I hit you up about my slides. Remember that, right? When I said, "Hey
How could
man,"
I forget?
I said, "Hey man," like I'm clicking on it, but it's not even showing me
Hey,
like no type of tracking stuff. And you were
hey,
like, "Oh, send it to me," and I'll see. And then as I was
hey, man.
complaining to you about that, I got them right there that day.
I swear to God, man. Hey, forgive me, y'all. Dunks, when he buys a shoe, and if it's like if he hasn't shopped there and went through the process yet, I might as well be in the checkout process with him. And I mean, Dunk trusts me so much he don't let me log into his accounts and every. Hey man, what is this thing? Well, what's it like? I'm like, dude, just chill. Like I'd be like, calm down. But I guess like when you get your shipping notification, you be on it. I just be like, well, I guess because I've been doing it for so long, I don't overly think it anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I said, then these Travis is damn near pissed me off. Man, I was like I said I was gonna give him about a week before the eights dropped, and we're about a week out, right?
Yeah.
So
Those eights, those eights got to come home. And I think more I think about it, I'm not mad that I skipped those Terra squads because if I do get lucky and hit those J Balvins, like I'm with you on this one. If I hit it, great. If I don't, I'm not gonna cry about it.
yeah, exactly. It's 250. I saved or spent. Either way, I'm happy.
Yeah, and the playoff eights, I feel like if everybody tries, we should be in the ballpark
Oh
to
yeah,
grab.
those gonna be. I feel like those would be pretty decent to grab.
Yeah. I'm gonna read through the rest of this and then we're gonna wrap things up for the night. Teenage Mutant says LeVar Ball and Ye would put 360 deals on each other. And probably and the shoe would probably be LeVar Ball that was already taxing for the shoe. I think they was charging 500. If I'm not mistaken, they was trying to charge, I believe they was charging 500 for that shoe. So I know if Ye is on there, hell, it's 7, and that's not I don't think it's gonna fly. I'm not saying they won't sell out or sell any, but yeah. And then LeVar Ball's problem is they didn't even have the shoe manufactured all the way yet. They had just took pre-orders and people waited for over a year for that shoe. I'll never forget that. I'm glad
Pretty
I
much,
was.
pretty much like Travis did.
Yeah, pretty much. And the sad part is at least Travis still gave y'all it within a month. People waited for over a year for that.
Yeah,
Longer time span. Just imagine getting somebody
like
five.
almost like the big red boots. The big red boots took people about a month to get.
Yeah. So
2 months.
that means they get samples made and then they start advertising on the samples, but they don't even have the other order in yet. I
Yeah,
guess what they're doing to see is how
pretty much
people.
what Travis did. That's how we only saw that basic ass picture of the Air Force One on his site.
Yeah, and seems like they're seeing how people partake to them, and they're like, "Oh shit, they actually buying them." All right, cool. We got to actually get these in production. You know, that's what it seems like. Let's see. Teenage Mutant and Manny with the Kick says they just look crazy. Let's see. Manny with the Kick says LeVar Ball just made some Beetle flip flop straight cheeks. I'm gonna just say it nicely. Um, Facts. He's agreeing with Man Teenage Mutant, and K Nathan says Balvin messed up with those Jordan slides. You can't even slide your toe in. Yeah, he did do a pair of those with the twos. I think I wasn't feeling them, but I do remember him doing those with the tools. Manny says they are contribute to the sneaker game, and yay, right. It's cut the BS on the red cup with no ice. All right, cool. So pretty much, man. We've been on this joint, what, hour 45 minutes, man. It's been a good one for sure. Definitely great topic. Even though it's just kind of like a chill night. I guess we about to see what these J Balvins do. That's kind of the next shoe on the hot list, so to speak. But other than that, me and Dunks, we're gonna wrap things up for tonight. Appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, or if you're new, if you like content about sneakers, you are definitely in the right place. Of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and you know me and Dunks will be back with Music Monday. We started at the top of the year. Other than that, smash the like button, sub up, sign up for that sold out Discord. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. It is free to sign up. And me and Dunks will be back on Monday, and I'm going to let Dunks take us out.
And thanks everybody for joining us. This definitely was a good one. I'm glad everybody was able to join us, discuss, have a little talk about, some upcoming shoes, some Yeezy stuff, But yeah, it's a good one, nice little chill one. So yeah, I hope everybody just enjoy the rest of your Saturday, enjoy the rest of your weekend. And yeah, we'll be back next Saturday having the same talk about these J Balvins. So good luck to everybody, man. I'll see you guys there.
Most definitely, man. And we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.
For the store, they run out of spread, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all. I'm on a high. I can play this song back. I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can remember? Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all I'm out. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high. I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all. I'm on a high. I can play this song back. I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who my heart can